On January 26, 1896, the Spray, being refitted and well provisioned in every way, sailed from Buenos Aires. There was little wind at the start. The surface of the great river was like a silver disc, and I was glad of a tow from a harbour tug to clear the port entrance. But a gale came up soon after and caused an ugly sea, and instead of being all silver as before, the river was now all mud. The Plate is a treacherous place for storms. One sailing there should always be on the alert for squalls. I cast anchor before dark in the best lee I could find near the land, but was tossed miserably all night, heart-sore of choppy seas. On the following morning I got the sloop under way, and with reefed sails worked her down the river against a head wind. Standing in that night to the place where Pilot Howard joined me for the upriver sail, I took a departure, shaping my course to clear Point Indio on the one hand and the English bank on the other. I had not for many years been south of these regions. I will not say that I expected all fine sailing on the cruise for Cape Horn direct, but while I worked at the sails and rigging, I thought only of onward and forward. It was when I anchored in the lonely places that a feeling of awe crept over me. At the last anchorage on the monotonous and muddy river, weak as it may seem, I gave way to my feelings. I resolved then that I would anchor no more north of the Strait of Magellan. On the 28th of January, the Spray was clear of Point Indio, English Bank, and all the other dangers of the River Plate. With a fair wind, she then bore away for the Strait of Magellan under all sail, pressing farther and farther toward the wonderland of the south, till I forgot the blessings of our milder north. My ship passed in safety Bahia Blanca, also the Gulf of St. Matthias and the mighty Gulf of St. George. Hoping that she might go clear of the destructive tide races, the dread of big craft or little along this coast, I gave all the capes a berth of about 50 miles, for these dangers extend many miles from the land. But where the sloop avoided one danger, she encountered another. For one day, well off the Patagonian coast, while the sloop was reaching under short sail, a tremendous wave, the culmination, it seemed, of many waves, rolled down upon her in a storm, roaring as it came. I had only a moment to get all sail down and myself up on the peak halyards out of danger, when I saw the mighty crest towering masthead high above me. The mountain of water submerged my vessel. She shook in every timber and reeled under the weight of the sea, but rose quickly out of it, and rode grandly over the rollers that followed. It may have been a minute that from my hold in the rigging I could see no part of the Spray's hull. Perhaps it was even less time than that, but it seemed a long while, for under great excitement one lives fast, and in a few seconds one may think a great deal of one's past life. Not only did the past with electric speed flash before me, but I had time, while in my hazardous position, for resolutions for the future that would take a long time to fulfill. The first one was, I remember, that if the Spray came through this danger, I would dedicate my best energies to building a larger ship on her lines, which I hope yet to do. Other promises, less easily kept, I should have made under protest. However, the incident which filled me with fear was only one more test of the Spray's seaworthiness. It reassured me against rude Cape Horn. From the time the great wave swept over the Spray until she reached Cape Virgins, nothing occurred to move a pulse and set blood in motion. On the contrary, the weather became fine and the sea smooth and life tranquil. The phenomenon of mirage frequently occurred. An albatross sitting on the water one day loomed up like a large ship. 2 fur seals asleep on the surface of the sea appeared like great whales, and a bank of haze I could have sworn was high land. The kaleidoscope then changed, and on the following day I sailed in a world peopled by dwarfs.